Welcome to Make My Assign Exporting, Franchising and Mergers and Acquisitions.
We're considering entry modes. If we want more and more control over the way consumers interact and consume our products and services, if we want more control over how they're sold, how they're marketed, if we want more control over the logistics and the operation itself, then that will almost always be accompanied by increased risk as well. So we're going to arrange our 6 entry modes along this principle, and we have importing and exporting as the entry mode with the lowest degree of control, but also then the lowest degree of risk, going all the way through to Greenfield FDI, which offers the highest degree of control, but also represents the highest degree of risk. Looking at our first entry mode along this table, which is importing and exporting, and we're just going to take a bit of a closer look at this. So importing and exporting is simply what we're going to be focusing on exporting. So entering a new market through exporting is simply taking your goods or services produced in presumably a different country and allowing and selling it to consumers residing it in your new country that you're entering. So we need to distinguish between direct and indirect exporting. So direct exporting exporting is where the
Oh, you can hear? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. You skip 14? Is that what you said? Oh, okay. Hopefully everything is just on the, like, online or on... Because I don't know how he's going to do it, if there's, like, backtracking, or if there's, like, what's it called? If it's in the same order. Yeah, so we can check what we got. I don't know if we should make another Google Doc for... Yeah, you can do in Google Sheets. I think maybe Google Docs should be better. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
So let's define joint venture very, very quickly. Definition of joint venture, it says a joint venture is an agreement. What is it? Agreement. What is it? Agreement. Good. Of mutual benefit between two or more people or business who have complementary resources. What are two keywords? Resources. Now, resources can range from product, services, business assets, or customer list that has a relationship with the list owner that can be leveraged for minimum cost. So that's my definition of joint venture. Very, very simple. The funny thing is this. Joint venture is everywhere. How many of you have watched Superman
Why
versus
is
the
there
Batman?
3 columns? Okay. I think he said about like 50 questions, right? If it's sorted randomly, that's why we have like the Google Doc to like go back on. Mm-hmm. Yeah. For the answer, I think we should write the answer out, like copy and paste the answer, because yeah, I think he might randomize the choices. I could. Mm-hmm. We could, you know what we could do? For Quizlet, we can just say Quizlet, right? And then for if we found it in PowerPoint, right? We can just write PPT. Yeah? No. Yeah. I don't know if we should screenshot it. You know what we could do? If you found it in the PowerPoint, right? Just write like chapter 10, slide 10. Yeah? Cause okay, cause when I screenshot it, right, I have to it has to be saved and then I have to drag it in. So it might just take a while for me to do that. If anything, is it easier for you to screenshot? Yeah, I know how to screenshot, but it's just that it's gonna take a while for me to. No, I don't think we have clipboard for Mac. Oh, I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I could write it. Okay. Okay, I could look for it in the slides. Let me- Hmm? What do you mean?
That's it? Seriously? My goodness. What's going on here? What do you guys watch?
Did he say how much
Reviews.
the
And the reviews not good?
credit was? You know the quiz that we did for extra credit? Do you know how much he's giving for it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I couldn't do the paper because I just did not have enough time to. Okay. We don't need 15. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like we have chapter 15 and okay.
Welcome to the Investors Trading Academy, talking glossary of financial terms and events. Our word of the day is joint venture. A joint venture, or JV, is a business agreement in which the parties agree to develop, for a finite time, a new entity and new assets by contributing equity. They exercise control over the enterprise and consequently share revenues, expenses, and assets. There are other types of companies such as JV, limited by guarantee, joint ventures, limited by guarantee with partners holding shares. In European law, the term joint venture or joint undertaking is an elusive legal concept, better defined under the rules of company law. In France, the term joint venture is variously translated association d'entreprises, enterprise conjoint, co-enterprise, or enterprise commune. In Germany, joint venture is better represented as a combination of companies. A joint venture takes place when two parties come together to take on one project. In a joint venture, both parties are equally invested in the project in terms of money, time, and effort to build on the original concept. While joint ventures are generally small projects, major corporations also use this method in order to diversify. A joint venture can ensure the success of smaller projects for those that are just starting in the business world, or for established corporations. Since the cost of starting new projects is generally high, a joint venture allows both parties to share the burden of the project, as well as the resulting profits. Although JVs represent a great way to pool capital and expertise and reduce the exposure of risk to all involved, they do present some unique challenges as well.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we will be talking about joint ventures and strategic alliances. And this is an important strategic alternative for all types of businesses, whether they're very small or very large and publicly traded. And although I'm going to be referencing some statistics in the presentation that focus on the larger companies and really have their performance using joint ventures and strategic alliances, the lessons I'm going to communicate in this video are applicable to all sizes of businesses, from small to big. And it's very important. And the thinking behind these partnerships, depending on their involvement, is leveraging the comparative advantage of your partner in order to achieve a shared outcome. So whether it's a joint venture or strategic alliance, me as a small business, I recognize that one of my competitors or someone in another industry can really help me achieve a new market, achieve better distribution systems, whatever it is that I need to do. And so I approach that individual and I ask them, hey, can you help me? And so we divvy up the profits based on, again, the shared responsibilities of those individuals. But at the end of the day, you're accelerating your growth. And the thinking is, yes, you're relinquishing control and some profits, but if you have a smaller percentage of a bigger pie, it's much better than a larger percentage of a smaller pie. And so that's really the strategic thinking behind joint ventures and strategic alliances. So let's talk about joint ventures first. In a joint venture, two or more companies combine certain assets and work towards jointly achieving a business objective. Usually the time period of this combination is defined and limited in duration, so it's not indefinite such as M&A. So the companies involved in a joint venture maintain their own separate business operations and continue to exist apart as they did before the joint venture. This venture is then formally created as a business entity, such as a separate corporation or partnership. A formal agreement among the venture participants sets forth the extent to which each will exercise control over the venture's activities and profits. And essentially, a company similarly names this joint venture. So if it's company ABC, the joint venture is ABC International Inc. Right? And so essentially, they put some of their assets that they need in order to achieve that goal, and they combine it with the assets and resources of their joint venture partner, and that's a separate entity. Although ownership of that entity still relies with the business, therefore the performance of that joint